All right, fire 'em up!
Yep, it's Monday, and this is an orange juice. What's up, everybody? I'm Jake Alexander, the voice in the void, the lone wolf, your favorite host with a list. Welcome to another episode of TheTweequelPodcast. Happy Monday to you. Yeah, I know it's Monday. We decided to take a little break off real quick. It's 4th of July, hang out with your family and barbecue and fireworks and stuff like that. It was better than doing this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love doing this, but anytime to hang out with the family, hang out with the friends, have some barbecue, that's time well spent. We got a lot of news we're going to get through today, and that's pretty much all we're going to do. This is the fill-in for the show on Saturday that we didn't do, and we have a bunch of reviews coming up this week, so make sure you're tuned into the channel. We got I want to say 4 to do this week, as well as finally we're going to do our cosplay video for cosplay I've been meaning to do, and we have to hurry up and get that out because this Saturday is Capital City Comic-Con up in Lansing, Michigan, and I'm actually going up there to meet Michelle Ruff, who does the voice for Rukia on Bleach. I'm trying to get her autograph. I'm trying to get her to autograph my wife's sword, but we'll get to that in another time. But for right now, let's get to the news. Before we get to the news, we want to say rest in peace to Lalo Schifrin, Rick Hurst, Julian McMahon, and Michael Madsen. Now, Lalo Schifrin is a composer, a pianist, and a conductor, and he's most known for giving us the iconic Mission Impossible theme song. A theme song I would say, in my opinion, is possibly only second to the James Bond theme song. Rick Hurst is an actor, done a handful of smaller roles, but he's most well known for being Deputy Cletus Hogg on The Dukes of Hazzard. He was the nephew of Boss Hogg. Julian McMahon, what can you say about him? Most people would know him for his role in Nip Tuck, but for me, he was always going to be Cole from the TV show Charmed, and he will also be the man who played Doom first in the original Fantastic Four movie from the early to mid 2000s. And Michael Madsen, longtime actor, pretty much in every single one of Quentin Tarantino's movies, including Kill Bill. I will always know him as the guy who danced around to Stuck in the Middle with You in Reservoir Dogs before he cut the cop's ear off. Lalo Schifrin was 93, Rick Hurst was 79, Julian McMahon was 56, and Michael Madsen was 67 years old. At the box office is actually a pretty big weekend for films. Coming in at number 1, Jurassic World Rebirth, now at $318 million on its opening weekend. That's worldwide, by the way. F1 movie fell from number 1 to number 2, now at $293 million worldwide. And at number 3, How to Train Your Dragon at $516 million worldwide now. Rounding out the top 5, you have Elio and 28 Years Later coming in at number 4 and number 5, respectively. Just a note for the worldwide box office, just so everybody knows, Captain America Brave New World and Thunderbolts are still in the top 10 worldwide for 2025, and we're halfway through the year already. So I guess that goes against the grain of people saying that everybody's tired of the MCU and there's a burnout for superhero movies. I doubt that very seriously, but the fact that those two are in the top 10, even though everybody considers them to be flops, that should tell you something. New films coming this week. It's Superman. It's all about Superman this week. That drops on the 11th. And also the 50th anniversary of the re-release of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That is a film I actually watched with my father, and it is actually one of the better films I've ever seen. It is a really good film. Jack Nicholson stars in it. If you've never seen it, trust me, it is a film that you need to see. You don't have to go to the theater and see it. I'm pretty sure it's on streaming somewhere. So make sure you actually watch that film. But don't forget, this coming Friday, go see Superman. Anime Expo was over this weekend, and we got a lot of updated news on anime that is soon to return. Like Reincarnated as a Slime will be coming back for a season 2, but for me, the 2 biggest announcements. Number 1 was Black Clover will return for a season 2. Studio Pierrot will continue their hand at the animation, but the bigger news for me, Cyberpunk Edge Runners is getting a season 2. We talked about this a few months ago, that perhaps with the game still doing well and people loving this first season so much, perhaps it would get a second season. A lot of people were saying that it didn't particularly need one. I thought it didn't particularly need one, but if you're going to do another one and give us some more great storytelling with that animation, I'm all for it. Also announced Chainsaw Man the movie, and a new Fist of the North Star anime is coming. If you've never seen anything Fist of the North Star, get on YouTube, check that out. It is one of the wildest anime series that you could ever possibly see. The film to me is the gold standard for that, but the series was still really good as well. Also, ReZero is coming out with a season 4, so the fact that we're getting all of this older anime coming back from newer things and some hits from the just a few years ago are getting updated. Anime is going to be good for the rest of the year at the very least, but definitely for 2026 when a few of these do drop. If you're a Cat in the Hat fan, like a handful of people I know, and like my kids are, you'll be happy to know that they're getting a new film. It's going to be voiced by Bill Hader. Cat in the Hat will. It's going to be directed by Alessandro Carloni. Try saying that 5 times fast. And it's going to be also directed by Erica Ravona. It's actually a big cast. You have Bill Hader, Xochitl Gomez, Matt Berry, Keita Brunson, Paula Pale, Tiago Martinez, Giancarlo Esposito, America Ferrara, Browen Yang, Titus Burgess. That is a huge cast, a whole lot of very good actors lending their voice to this film, and yes, lending their voice because it's going to be animated, so I can't wait to see that. It's going to be in theaters not till next year, internationally February 25th, by IMAX in North America February 27th, 2026. The original Vampire hit Sinners has a handful of thanks to give to, of all people, the MCU. Now, this is a weird little Easter egg, but check this out. The director, one of the producers, Sev Ohanian, they spoke to ScreenCrush.com over the weekend, sometime last week actually, and it seems that some of the costumes that were designed by world-renowned designer Ruth Carter, some of the costumes were used for background actors in that movie, in Sinners. They were actually supposed to be used for the Blade movie that got canceled, and I have no idea what's going on with it right now. But some of those costumes were again for the Blade movie, which it seems like some of that movie that has been canceled now and rewritten, some of that was going to be in the past around the same exact time as the Sinners timeline. So the fact that now that we have a link between Ryan Coogler, not the fact that he's worked in the MCU, but one of his original films has some link to the MCU, I think that's a pretty cool Easter egg. But also, speaking of Blade, Mahershala Ali, the man who is supposed to play Blade, says, just ask somebody else not to ask him. So during the interview, because he is in Jurassic World Rebirth, during the interview to help promote the film, one of his co-stars asked, hey, how many MCU movies have you two been in together? What's the count on that? And Mahershala Ali, jokingly, I might ask, he said, hey, leave me out of it. That's a Scarlet question, because obviously he hasn't been in one yet, because the delayed Blade movie has no daylight at the end of that tunnel for it just yet. Now, again, he said this jokingly. He even admitted it later on that he said that kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I'm starting to think that he knows more than he is willing to let loose, because remember, a lot of what goes in the MCU, they try to keep under wraps before they start to release the information on their own. So maybe there is some traction, or there's something going on behind the scenes that he himself doesn't want to let out of the bag. And let's be for real, thanks to Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo, a lot of secrets in the MCU do get let out over the years, because they seem to always want to talk about it and let little secrets slip. But who knows how it's going to there's still no how it's going to go. There's still no word on the production timetable for Blade, but they have said that, hey, we are doing the Blade movie. It hasn't been canceled. All we've done is pushed it back to a later date, and they're just taking their time doing it, I guess. But who knows? At this point, Mahershala Ali may not actually be Blade. And I theorized that almost a year ago, that maybe they picked him and be thinking it was going to come out. Then you had the writer's strike and the Hollywood strike, and then you had the pandemic, and then everything got pushed back so far. They're probably going to go in a different direction with somebody else, but who knows? You never know. But just cross our fingers that we get some update on it very soon. In comic book news, the Absolute Universe will continue. Now, if you don't know anything about comic books, the Absolute Universe is basically a retelling of a bunch of different DC characters: Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, even Superman. A lot of the big names are being set in this universe where everything is slightly different. I won't say completely different. Even Batman being 6'6" and totally jacked, it looks like he can throw hands with Superman. It is a very interesting read within the universe, and they are doing very well in sales as far as I know so far. But the update is that there will be more of the Absolute Universe to come. So Scott Snyder, who is the spearhead over at DC for the Absolute Universe, he took to Twitter, or X, whichever one you want to call it, and says that they have up to 32 issues of Absolute Batman already written and ready to go. But that won't be the end of that series, nor will it be the end of the Absolute series in its entirety. They're going to keep this going as long as they possibly can. So if you are reading the Absolute universe, and if you're in love with it just like I am, because believe me, it is really good. If you are like me, then don't worry. The issues that are coming up are not going to be the last, because those are the last of the pre-orders, but there's going to be more after that, and there are going to be other stories with other characters going far into the future. However many that is, we don't know, but we will keep up with it, and I'll let you know when I find out. I'm going to end the news today by talking about Hot Wheels. No, not the toy cars, the film. And yes, there is going to be a Hot Wheels film. Of all things, I never thought that would become a film, but who knows? This may be good. Now, it seems that they've now found their director. It's going to be John M. Chu. He's inked a deal to do the live-action Hot Wheels film. Yes, it's going to be live-action, not animated. It's going to be a partnership between Mattel, Warner Brothers, and I forgot the name of it, Bad Robot. I always forget the name of it, but yeah, but it's Bad Robot. Those are going to be the three production companies teaming up to get this movie done. John M. Chu last directed Wicked for Good, which is a really good movie. Not my type of thing, but still a good movie nonetheless. Jewel Taylor and Tony Rattenmeyer, whose credits include Creed 2 and They Clone Tyrone. They've been tapped to write the script. And again, J.J. Abrams is the head of Bad Robot, and John Chu's Electric Somewhere, who is going to be the lead producers on the film. The film is going to be action, but it's also going to be based on the toy line, which I don't know how that's going to work out, but if it's going to be an action movie with a bunch of cars, I don't see how that can go wrong. I mean, just look at Fast and Furious. It's pretty much just a Hot Wheels story, right? It's just going fast and a bunch of cool cars. There's no further details for it just yet, but I will keep you abreast of any information that I get when it does drop to me. That's all the news for now. Don't forget to check over our Instagram page for other stories that never make it to the podcast. I'm going to take a break. When we come back, it'll be time for the last call. That's it, and that's all. It's time for the last call. I want to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in. You didn't have to. You could be doing anything, but you decided to tune into this TheTweequelPodcast, and I thank you very much. We have a very kind of weird weekend watch list. Obviously, it's not the weekend, and it's only two things, and they're both films. Old Guard 2 over on Netflix. Charlize Theron and her band of immortals are back again to help keep mankind safe from other immortals that want to tear it down. But this time, it's a little bit personal, as one of Charlize Theron's characters, former lovers, has come back to lead the charge against them. So I can't wait to see that. Old Guard, the original, the first one, was a really good movie with a really good concept. If you have never watched it, watch it. I don't know why we didn't review that film when it came out, but it was really good. Like I said, if you haven't seen the original, watch the original, then watch the second one. Don't go into the second one cold, because from the preview, from what I've seen and how the first film ended, a lot of what's in the first film will make noise in the second film. So you need to watch the first one before you watch the second one. Also, Heads of State over on Prime Video. Last time we saw the two stars in this one, which is John Cena and Idris Elba together, was The Suicide Squad, where they faced off as Peacemaker and I forgot Idris Elba's character, but they faced off together and became heroes in that film. But they're going to team up with this one as the Prime Minister of the UK, which is more likely Idris Elba because he is English, and the President of the United States, who is most likely going to be John Cena. They're trying to escape a foreign power, I think, that has kidnapped them. I couldn't tell from the preview, but it looks like it's going to be something of a buddy cop movie, but they're heads of state. Whatever it is, it looks like it's just going to be a bunch of silly fun for the summer, and I can't wait to actually sit and watch this one. Those are the only two things we have on our list, but I guarantee you those are going to be two really good movies, and we'll talk about them at a later time. So it's now time for us to go. I will see you all in the next video, and don't forget, take care of yourself, drink your water, stay hydrated, and stay blessed. That's the only rules I have for you. And don't forget, if you are feeling alone and you feeling like you need somebody to talk to, pick up the phone, dial or text 988. There's always somebody there to talk to you. I don't care if it's Men's Mental Health Month, Women's Mental Health Month, any of that. It's always somebody there to talk to if you need somebody to talk to. It's time for us to go. We shall end this video the same way we end every video. God bless. I love you, and peace. See you next time.